Assalamu alaikum to all of my students. Hope you all are fine. As yesterday I discussed the concept of geometric method of measuring price elasticity of demand. Today I am going to discuss the total expenditure method of measuring price elasticity of demand. Total expenditure method. Total expenditure method. Total expenditure method of measuring elasticity of demand. This is the third one method put forward by the Marshall. This is put forward by the Marshall. Marshall. First, I will write down the definition what we call total expenditure. Total expenditure. Total expenditure is total amount of money to be spent on different goods and services, on different goods and service, on different goods and service. What Marshall say regarding this total expenditure? How total expenditure help us to measure elasticity of demand? As he tells us, relationship between price and total expenditure. Relationship between price and total expenditure. According to him, if price falls, total expenditure does not change, then elasticity of demand will be equal to 1. This was the first statement. Second, when price falls, total expenditure increases. Elasticity of demand will be greater than 1. Third statement, if price falls, total expenditure falls, then elasticity of demand will be less than 1. These are the three statements that were put forward by the Marshall. We show this with the help of schedule and diagram, as I will show you with the help of schedule and diagram how this relationship happens. Yes, price. For example, if price is 2, 1, quantity demand quantity demand 4. Last line we will write down this last of demand. Here we will write total expenditure. Total expenditure. Here we write elasticity of demand. Elasticity of demand. As I tell you, total expenditure is the total amount of money to be spent on different goods and service. That means price multiplied by quantity. 2 multiplied by 4, that will be equal to 8. Similarly, 1 multiplied by 8, that will be equal to 8. 2 multiplied by 4, that will be 8. 10 multiplied by 1, that will be equal to 10. 2 multiplied by 3, that will be equal to 6. 1 multiplied by 4, that will be equal to 4. What this schedule shows us? This schedule shows us, as I tell you, if price falls by 1 unit fall in price, total expense does not change, total expense remains the same. Means at that time, price elasticity of demand, yes, price elasticity of demand will be equal to 1. First statement. And second, if price falls further, total expense, if we make analysis, 8, 10 means total expense increase by 2 units. Then at that time, price elasticity of demand will be greater than 1. If we make third, price further falls, total expenditure falls from 6 to 4, means 2 units fall. At that time, price elasticity of demand will be less than 1. Now, I will show this schedule with the help of graphical representation. For example, I will show this is y, this is 0, this is x. Here I will write price, here I will write total expenditure. For example, I will write this is the total expenditure curve. Total expenditure curve. According to Marshall, this shows us here this is a constant, means price elasticity or demand will be equal to 1. Here is price. Yes. This here elasticity of demand will be greater than 1. Here elasticity of demand will be less than 1. And as I have discussed, demand curve has a negative slope. As I tell you, demand curve has a negative slope. If price increases, demand falls. As if we make elasticity of demand greater than 1, here we are seeing price falls. Total expense 8 to 10 is this increase. If we take, for example, price here is, for example, here is 10, here is 8, price follows to 10 to 8, definitely. When we make this, definitely show us, and price falls, quantity demand will increase. Similarly, here this shows positive relationship. This curve shows us positive relationship between total expenditure and price. As price falls from, for example, I will show you understand purpose. For example, if price is for 10, it follows to 5, for example. Definitely, if 10 at 10 price here was 30 quantity demand. When 10 price falls to 10 to 5, definitely this will fall at 25. 25, yes, 25. Means when price falls, definitely total expenditure falls. Means this shows a positive relationship between price and total expenditure. As price falls 2 to 1, definitely total expenditure falls 6 to 4. 1 unit fall in price leaves 2 units fall in total expenditure. Means at that time price elasticity of demand is less than 1. Similar is the case here. This is a negative relation. When price falls, definitely, if we make this, definitely this shows when price falls, quantity expenditure will increase. And this is same as law of demand, as demand case. But here I will write A, here I will write B, here I will write C, yes, here I will write D. Means we can easily write first A, yes, A to D, A, B, C, D. The total expenditure curve, not demand curve. Second, A B. A B curve shows us price elasticity of demand is greater than 1. Third, B to C. B to C shows us elasticity of demand is price elasticity of demand is equal to 1. Fourth one shows us C to D. C to D. Elasticity of demand is less than 1. Elasticity of demand is less than 1. Elasticity of demand is less than 1. These were the cases which I discussed today. This was during the Marshall. How to measure price elasticity of demand with the help of total expenditure method. How to show the relationship between price and total expenditure. In our syllabus, there are only 3 methods. As I discussed, these 3 methods: percentage method, geometric method, and total expenditure method. Now in next lecture, I will discuss 5 cases of price elasticity of demand. Till that time, you have to wait and watch. I will be return back very soon. Hope for the best. Take care. Thanks. Have a nice day.